20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne. Retold by Bowen. Read by Mrs. Hicks. Chapter 4. Underwater Adventures. Days passed. The support of my two dear friends comforted me. Look! Giant jellyfish! Do they taste good? Better than anything that lives inside this shell, I think. Would anyone care to join me for a walk? Without a word, he led us to a chamber beneath the ship's propellers. The diving suits were made of brass and rubber. They were like none I had ever seen. Here, put these on. Instead of running an air tube to the surface, we would carry air with us. How long would this air last, Captain? Plenty of time, Professor. Will we need lamps? No. A lamplight might attract the sharks. Sharks? We should take guns. What good would they do underwater? Here's a sturdy knife. Put it in your belt and let's go. Ned's weapon would serve us better than any knife. When we were ready, Nemo flooded the chamber. Conseil was more excited than I'd ever seen him. Ned was tense, eager to be off the Nautilus for a while. But Nemo's words had me on edge. Only Nemo himself seemed calm about the journey that lay ahead. I realized when I stepped out that I hadn't yet seen the whole Nautilus. It was more magnificent than I realized. Nemo led us on foot into an area too delicate for the ship. I was in heaven. If only I could have spoken to my friends as we walked. Nemo led us onward. Eventually, we came upon a vast oyster bed. In a few months, divers would crowd this place looking for pearls. We thought this treasure was all Nemo wanted to show us, but it wasn't. Nemo led on. This, it seemed, was the true object for our long walk. We were amazed. Yet Nemo always had more wonders to show us. How can I describe to you what lay within that shell? It was perfect. It had to be worth $2 million at least. Who could see such a thing and not long to have it? I don't know what came over me, but I'm glad Nemo stopped me. I could only hope he wasn't angry. Whether he was or not, Nemo left the cave. Halfway back, the captain turned to show us something else. When we turned, he saw what Conseil and I saw. Before anyone else could move, Ned threw his harpoon. We should have never doubted the king of harpooners. Back inside. I give you my thanks, Mr. Land. Yet, when your harpoon passed me, I thought you'd missed your target. Nonsense! I never miss a target. You might have broken all ties with humanity, but you're still a human being. The Nautilus headed northwest, deep into the Red Sea. How would you like to see the Mediterranean? We can be there in no time at all. No time at all? Are you crazy? In 1867, going from the Red Sea to the Mediterranean was no short trip. Captain, unless we can travel over land, that trip will take weeks. How about underground instead? Underground? How would it be possible? Perhaps that iron spar spins like a drill. It's too small. It would break off. If we do reach the Mediterranean, we should try to escape. What do you think, Conseil? I'll do what you do, sir. Then I say we... Look at that! I saw it with my own eyes, but I still didn't believe it. An underwater canal. We plunged into it on invisible currents. How fast would you say we are going? Too fast for my liking, old friend. Nemo's men handled the Nautilus with such skill. In no time at all, we'd reached the Mediterranean Sea. Incredible! We were so impressed that we forgot all thoughts of escape. We couldn't have escaped in the Mediterranean anyway. We stayed submerged as long as we could, avoiding other ships. We rose for air only at night. We were traveling too fast to jump off, even in the ship's lifeboat. In no time, we reached the Straits of Gibraltar. We found it littered with centuries' worth of shipwrecks. This place reminded me of Nemo's cemetery in the Indian Ocean. Would the Nautilus end up like these ships someday? Secretly, I was glad we'd had no chance to escape. What wonders we'd have missed. We wouldn't have seen the ruins of the sunken city of Atlantis. We wouldn't have seen the hidden beauty of the Sargasso Sea. We wouldn't have sailed in upside-down valleys of Antarctic ice. We traveled all the way to the South Pole itself. We were the first to locate it. It was the only time we saw Captain Nemo set foot on dry land. Ned just isn't suited for this life, sir. You're right. There's nothing here for poor Ned to do. Ah, but how things can change. From the South Pole, we sailed north toward the Gulf of Mexico. Sir, what is the largest type of squid? The largest caught alive, Conseil? Or ever seen? Either, sir. Good heavens! We've stopped moving. There's so many of them. Gentlemen, I see you're aware of our little problem. These squids will damage my propellers if they keep this up. So you need help getting rid of them, right? If you're willing. We'll all help as we can, Captain. With that, we rushed to defend the Nautilus. Yet as soon as we opened the hatch, Nemo acted fast but not fast enough. Ah! Hang on, we're coming! The beasts were everywhere and kept coming for so long. The more we chopped down, the more replaced them. We saved each other's lives a dozen times that day. The beasts were too selfish to do the same for each other. They let us cut their brothers down, which we did gladly. At the day's end, they finally gave up and went back to their nests. We lost only one man, Nemo's first mate. Nemo thought it was all his fault, but he'd done all he could.